So I want to tell you guys about this time where I almost died. So I was in college. I was college age. And my dad got me a plane ticket from Philadelphia to South Carolina. And the ticket was cheap. It's cheap as hell. So I had to fly from Philly to Detroit and from Detroit to South Carolina. So we get to Detroit and there's a blizzard. And I'm like, dang, and watching the screen, and the flight is delayed a half an hour, then an hour, then 2 hours, then it's just canceled. And they just canceled the flight. And I didn't know what that meant. I'm thinking like, okay, it's canceled, so I'll probably fly out around 10, 11 o'clock at night, whatever. No, it was canceled till the next morning. And there I am in the airport. All the stores are closed in the airport, closing. It's like 8 o'clock at night. And there was a girl next to me, and she was like, girl, this is some BS. I'm getting ready to call my sugar daddy. And I'm like, dang, well, let me call my mom and dad and see if I can, get them to help me out, give me a room for the night. I called my mom, and she's like, Amber, I don't have any money. I wish I did. I would get you a hotel room. And I'm like, oh, it's okay. Let me try calling my dad. So I called my dad, and my dad was like, sleep in the hotel. He said, sleep in the airport. I'm not getting you a hotel room. It's out of the question. So I'm upset, and I'm literally crying at this point because I have, nowhere to go. There's no one in the airport. I went to the payphone, and because I went to the payphone, I was locked out of the seating area. So there was nowhere to sit, or, I would have to sit on the floor and basically just wait till the morning. So the girl overhears the conversation that I'm having on the phone with my parents, and she turns to me and she's like, look, honey, just come with me. My sugar daddy got me a room, so I'm just gonna go to the airport and to the airport hotel and hang out. And I'm like, all right, cool, no problem. So I hop on the shuttle with her. We check into the airport hotel. It's kind of attached, but off a little bit, So we go downstairs to the bar. And we're at the bar, and there's these two guys, and they look fairly shady, but whatever. They start buying us drinks, and I mean like drink after drink after drink. And this girl is just throwing them back. I wasn't a drinker, so I had to pretend to drink it or drink half of it, spit it out. I had a cup of water that was full of liquor. It was just ridiculous. I just couldn't handle it, but I didn't want to say, oh, this is too much. I just wanted to go with the flow, so I didn't say anything. So they're whispering and negotiating. Something's going on, and I'm just like, look, I don't have anything to do with that. I'm going to go upstairs and go to bed. And she turns to me and she's like, Amber, let's go. And I'm like, go where? It's a blizzard. Where are we going? She was like, oh, we got invited to a party. You got invited to a party in a blizzard? Nah, I'm not going to a party in a blizzard. And she was like, no, it's not a party in a blizzard. She was like, we're going to a party in a house. And I'm like, obviously, So she's like, come on. Don't worry. Ain't nothing going to happen to you. So the two guys, they ride off in their own car. And we are in a taxi cab. And I'm like, all right, okay. She ain't as dumb as she was acting, So we get to the house, and she tells the guy who's driving the taxi cab, she says, listen, if you stay here, I'll give you $100 an hour. You're going to be here for like an hour and a half, and then I'll pay the fare to go back to the airport hotel. So he's like, all right, cool, I'll stay. Plus it was a blizzard. Nobody's going nowhere in the taxi cab anyway. So we go into this house, and this house is shady. I mean, shady. I mean, there's boarded up windows. The couch was torn to pieces. It was a mess. We get in there, and there's 7 dudes in there, and I'm just like, this is gang rape central. It is about to go down. I'm never going to see my family again. I'm going to be dead. They're going to find me in a trash can somewhere. So she comes in the house, and she's like, y'all not ready? And at this point, I know she's setting me up. Like, oh man, she didn't set me up. This is gonna go real bad. And they like, hold on. So they put some music on. And she starts stripping. Like, waste no time. Clothes hit the floor. And she started dancing and getting freaky and buck wild. And I was all like maybe 120 pounds soaking wet. Skinny as I don't know what. Them dudes didn't even look my way. And I thank God. Woo, I thank God. I was so nervous. I just said, all right, just make it through this night, you know. So I'm sitting on the couch. I got my legs crossed with my feet hooked around each other. You couldn't tell me nothing. I was deaf, dumb, and blind. I couldn't hear. I couldn't see. I didn't know nothing. I sat there quietly for an hour and 29 minutes. And when I tell you, she timed that thing perfectly. Had her clothes on and hand out for the money and was ready to go. They gave her almost $1,000. And she turned to me. We got in the taxi cab and she turned to me and she said, here you go, and gave me $200. I said, what's this for? She was like, for being my chaperone. You did a good job. So that's my story about how I almost died. Thank God I made it. Never would have made it. Nah, but I thought it was funny, so I wanted to share it. Bye, y'all.